Hello, Hornet Nation, and welcome back to another game of chess. This is our second attempt at doing chess. We're going to see if the opposing team actually shows up this time, unlike yesterday. But my name's Norm, for you guys who don't know me. To my left here, currently not on the microphone, is Knight. We are your lovely two casters here for this game of chess, and we are going to give you a wonderful game here today. Currently, we are just waiting for both teams to get ready. Both teams have checked in and logged in, and we are just waiting for the matches to start. When it comes to today's matchups, we are going to be having Emporia State versus York University, Team C. And we now have Knight here.
Hello, everyone. Sorry about that.
Today, we have York University versus Emporia State. And for Emporia State, we're going to have Kingsley Bob, Ozzy, Mickey 2, and Scubblewatcher. And then for York University, we have Person Cole, Godlike Reaper 2, Cody 648, and I'm not going to say that name because that actually probably shouldn't be a name on NECC guidelines, actually. Or not NECC Play Versus
I mean,
guidelines.
you could technically use the...
Oh, that's all. That says worse.
Oh. Well, alrighty then. I'm surprised they didn't... surprised they didn't catch that one.
Yeah. Okay. With that being said, we get a wonderful game against these two. Both teams are roughly equivalent, actually, to an extent.
Yeah.
Only off by about 100 elo, which can be a big gap, but we shall see how it pans out here. So our time is 6 o'clock, and it is currently 6 o'clock, so we are just waiting at this point.
It's a waiting game.
So tonight we have chess, and then if we have time,
Hi,
and
Michael.
your mic is all the way up. Let me turn up the audio there.
Okay, cool. There we go.
But if I turned it up a bit too much. If we have time after this chess game, we will also go to our Super Smash Bros. Game in the arena. There may be a slight delay from when that tournament actually starts to when we get it live, just as we have some equipment to set up. And it will be 2 separate live streams for that as well.
It's super exciting. We've never gotten to stream our Stingers Up Tilt tournament.
Yes, because not only are we streaming, our players playing, but we have a person all the way from another state, I believe, coming today.
Ooh, interesting.
Or if not another state, very far away from us. For those of you who are competitive gamers, you will travel anywhere and everywhere.
Also heard that some of the people that are coming are from the team that we played on Tuesday as well.
Oh, yes, that is
specifically
correct,
the Inkling.
Are they coming? Is the Inkling coming?
The Inkling is coming. So our team is very excited to potentially run the ones.
get the competition against the Inkling on level ground. Because I'm not sure. I don't think we got the Inkling on stream, but I know last night when we gave the update, we did give the update of the Wi-Fi Warrior, as our coach calls the Inkling, like our captain calls it.
Yeah, Ook.
Yes.
On other notes, we also started a board of Doom here in the arena.
We did start a board of Doom. I'll let you give context on that if you want.
Oh, essentially, so we have a running gag about filing HR complaints against each other here in the arena. So we've decided, why not keep a tally every week to see who gets the most of those? And then I think by the end of the week, we'll see who did the best, and they're the overall winner for the week.
I don't know what the...
Right now, you're losing.
Yeah, right now I am. No, I think isn't Ook losing?
No, you have 3.
What's the third one from?
Trying to play 2K or
2XKO
2XKO
with a fight stick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see you sneak over there and put one on the board.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, some other important names on the board is, of course, Ook, our Smash captain. We've got Faux Carrion on there, our League of Legends player that always does our...
brutalizes the top lane every time.
Pretty much. I think we should add one for last week's game, specifically.
But we're
Maybe
in this
2.
week.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
We also got you on the board.
Yeah.
No points for you so far.
I've been good.
Who else do we have on the board?
We have Over as well.
We do have Over. Nothing
Mm.
for him yet.
No, but he hasn't shown up today at least.
So that's a update on the arena.
But
on some
yeah,
of the
if
fun stuff
anybody
we're doing
watching has an idea of who we should add to the board too, feel free.
during our games. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, we
Feel
can't.
free to suggest it on our Instagram,
Yeah.
which we are now, for those of you who are keeping up to date on our Instagram. If you want to look for us, we are at Hornets Esports ESU
Yes, we recently changed that
today,
yes.
earlier today.
Making my job harder because I had to submit the request to get our website changed. So
And let's see. I'm trying to figure out.
I feel like they're gonna get annoyed with me at IT at some point.
Yeah. You guys ready to play? So we are currently just awaiting the other team.
Indeed. Let's see. What does the time say for?
That was 6:02, so 3 minutes ago.
I was talking about the start time of the game.
So it was 6 o'clock. So we have till 6:15 CST
Cool.
or
Cool.
CDT, CT.
Here's to hoping that
I
we
really
actually get a game. Please.
Yeah.
I can't tell if this is like caster cursing at this point. Every time we try to stream,
I would be down to caster curse them so they can keep winning. Honestly,
I mean, yeah, but
I would like to get a
they
game.
want to play.
I would like to get a game with our team.
Oh wait,
but-
that was from the other team that was asking if they were
Oh
ready.
yeah.
so-
Let me go see if they know this.
yeah. But yeah, while we're waiting on our team, I suppose, to get ready, we're
Change their team on us.
what?
Okay. So they have been playing apparently, and they are on someone else's account. They slotted someone in last minute.
Oh wait, who?
Sullivan. They somehow got his account set up already.
Wait, they allowed that?
Yeah, I mean, PlayVS has let him through.
Cool.
You log in here.
Oh, there's his first and last name, guys.
Oh well,
All you need is
my
his
bad.
all you need is his 4 digits of social security. And you're in.
I do not see they're playing. Here we are. Here's one of them.
All right. I guess we're going with Kingsley Bob here first, and by the looks of it, a lot has happened.
Yeah, we are very much through to
Let's
the
see.
game.
It's
Here we are.
a lot of pieces missing.
Yeah, there are. It looks like we're about a minute into the game.
Interesting.
I'm gonna get a
So yeah,
board.
you're gonna have to explain a lot of what's happening to
Yeah,
me
let
here.
me-
I mean, based on the pieces. Well, first of all, what side are we on here?
So, if chess.com would stop giving me notifications, Kingsley Bob is going to be playing as the black pieces currently.
Okay. So, with all the pieces gone now, what do you think about the state of this game?
I am currently looking for the state of this game. I am lost in the sauce as I try to calculate stuff here.
Lost in the sauce. It looks like the rook has been moved to. Or is that the rook that's the castle-looking one?
The rook is the castle-looking one.
Okay, so the rook has been placed in a position to potentially get the bishop.
Yeah, so the current idea here is, we get a check here, but I'm pretty sure he's trying to make this hanging here, and which it is currently, so he's going to capture that. And now, white is just up a bunch of pieces, and he's going to start taking all of these hanging pawns. So you're going to want to try to protect this pawn in the center, which he does with that rook there. So that if that rook takes, you get takes back, but he's going to hang a pawn in this at the same time. And now it's just going to be a push for pawns. He can't use this rook to take anything currently, just as the king is protecting it. And he's going to want to try to get these two as passing pawns. However, it's going to be pretty difficult as white can just block, as we can see with this bishop. But white can also just start pushing these pawns if he really wanted to. He's going to give a check with the rook. I'm assuming he's going to move here. Not exactly sure what the goal is here, as we are just jumping into these games mid-set. But currently he's blocking this king off in all ways possible. The only real, he has no escape squares because he can't move at all. This king is trapped in its entirety.
Wait, why can't he? Oh, right,
Yeah,
because of the pawns.
The pawns are protecting there. So right now he just needs to find a check somewhere where he is safe. Currently, there doesn't look to be any viable checks. However, we may see him push this pawn up in a plan to attack with this rook further down into the board.
Interesting.
However, we can see that he's going to attempt to get a back rank mate, because if that does happen, if this rook comes off, this piece goes forward, back rank mating.
Ooh.
We're going to see a couple trades of pieces as that rook goes. And now he's threatening that back rank mate. He is trying to get this rook off of its square. He's going to take, he's going to trade. We're going to see a check there. Now it's going to be the king running. Black is going to be down a bishop and a rook in its entirety, or even on pawns, however. And now it's just going to be a massacre of all the pawns here.
Interesting. Interesting.
Because there is nothing Black can really do to prevent anything, any material loss here.
Unfortunate, I think. I'm not entirely sure
It is
what's
pretty
going on
unfortunate because now he just has a passing pawn. No matter what Black tries to do, he is not going to prevent this pawn from promoting to a queen. He's going to try to counter promote, but he's just going to get taken by a bishop. He gets a bishop here, but now you just have a rook and queen, and I'm pretty sure this is ladder mate. He's going to hide behind White's pawn because he can't do anything really here. But he's just going to rotate the king around until he can get a mate. And there it is.
Interesting.
Okay. Let's see if we can jump to another game here. See if
Yeah,
they're-
I wish I understood what that was going on. Or what was going on there.
So I'm going to see if I can actually get this other chess player's account here. That is not where that should be opening. That's also not where that should be opening.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Stuff is opening where it shouldn't be. So we're looking at Lolo Boy.
Lolo boy. Wait, how'd you know he was on white? Because like up there it's...
Because he's up here, and
Mhm.
these are the pieces he has taken.
Oh, okay, I see. Interesting. I'm learning about chess.com. I don't use chess.com. The only chess I've played is with like cool math games and stuff. So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
it looks like Loloboy has won his game actually.
Yeah. Let's see. Was that? Yes, he did win his game. So we're gonna have a win from Lolo Boy. Loss from Kingsley Bob. I do not see a game history on Favor.
Interesting.
And then when it comes to Mickey,
I think he's still
he
in
is not.
his game.
He is not in a game current. We're just gonna keep refreshing these pages until we see a game come live. Chess is kind of one of those games where I can't really do a professional overview of it when it comes to game casting.
I mean, is that the right accounts that they're using?
These are the right accounts that they're using.
Oh. Okay. Well, yeah, currently 1-1 in the set that we can see so far. But yeah. Wait, what does Sullivan's rank say on the PlayVS thing? Because I'm kind of curious.
I'm wondering. Let me see here. It is showing Sullivan as 1208.
All right.
I'm still not quite sure if this is our guy.
I mean, I'm not sure the name is right. That's my thing.
Yeah.
I think that's somebody else. You might need to...
This is the account name I have.
Huh.
I have
That's.
Kingsley Lola Boy.
Is there another?
I have this one that's checked in. Yeah. So these are the 4 people I have checked in right now.
Okay. Oh wait, hold up. I think. Oh no, that was Kingly Bob again. Oh no. Okay, so that's weird. We're not getting any games for the other 2. Do you want to go check and see? Maybe. Are we allowed to go check and see?
We're not supposed to.
Okay.
But it doesn't look like most of them are playing.
I guess we'll be flipping back and forth between Kingsley Bob and Lolo Boy then. I guess if we can't figure out the other 2.
I mean, these are all the players.
Yeah. It's just that their
Or wait,
games
hold
aren't
on,
showing
there's,
up for some reason.
2 that's missing here.
Well, that'll do it. Okay.
Let's see.
It looks like Mickey lost his game.
Is this a versus the other team though?
I don't know. That's a rapid game.
Yeah.
It is?
Let's see. Those are not any of the players that we're going to be playing against.
Okay. So that is someone else.
So
wait.
just wait.
Oh, boy. Yeah, so as we see it now, we've got 1 win in set 1 and 1 loss in set 1.
I do not exactly know how analysis goes on here.
Don't push submit.
I'm not pushing submit. Currently, yeah, we only have 1 game replay so far.
Okay. So we shall see what happens with the remaining games then. Do, 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 do. Some really nice music.
Well, no, that's showing that is our chess.com account.
Which one? The favor one?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Or no, it is Aussie. It is Aussie. Yeah. So we're just currently waiting for.
All right.
I don't know what we're currently waiting. Oh, there we are. We got one with Aussie here.
Okay, cool.
And we are in starting position.
Nice. Now we can actually understand what's going on. And
So we're going to see a Queen's Pawn opening. This can branch off into many variations. We're going to see a Slav's defense, mainly. And now we're just going to go through your developmental phases as we develop the pieces slowly out throughout the board.
Interesting.
Supposedly, we are specifically on the Slav's defense modern quiet variation.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either. Chess has some of the most random opening names.
I see he's already got his bishop all the way out to white.
And he's going to try to kick that bishop because his goal is going to be trying to take this knight here. It is going to effectively kick the bishop. And so we will see, we may see more development. We may see this pawn go out to g4. In this case, we're just going to see a strengthening of his pawn structure here. We may see the bishop also develop to a3 here shortly. Pawn maybe to c5. In this case, a c2. Defending that queen's pawn.
Okay. Wait, which queen's pawn? Oh, that one.
This is going to be the queen's pawn.
Okay.
And we get a pawn pushed forward from the a file for black.
Nope.
Not
Pieces have been
exactly-
missed, but he goes for a castle.
He does short castle, which may be his downfall, potentially. I'm going to move the knight up there, not capturing any material, but it is definitely taking this a giant structure. He's going to offer a knight trade potentially here in hopes that, you know, he takes, then he gets with bishop. Not necessarily putting him in a bad position or a good position. And we're going to see a threatening to get this knight out of here, because if this knight does not get out of here, he's going to be captured. And some trade-offs are going to go. I think he's going to actually capture here with the knight, because then he is going to fork the queen and the bishop at the same time here. And the only thing that he can do is take with bishop. However, that's not what goes on. Bishop is developed. Not really the best move there, I don't believe, because there was really nothing being attacked other than the bishop here, which is going to be traded off for that queen. And now he gets a fork on that queen and bishop. And now we're kind of seeing what's going into play here. As if he would have taken with the knight, he wouldn't have gotten this fork. Looks to be best move is queen defends, which he does play. If he does take bishop here, it does put the queen in a very at a disadvantage here, as it's taken most of the queen's pieces here, or protection squares. I'm going to see a pawn capture. And he's going to definitely take that file there, taking up that whole file, so nothing can be there. We're going to see a castle from black side, and hopefully on black side, we're going to see also some development of the black pieces.
I think he's going for a bait thingy there. So he either takes pawn.
If he takes his pawn here, he doubles up his pawns. If he doesn't take, he's just going to lock up that center and take more space. We do still have this bishop threat on this knight. So hopefully he doesn't forget that his knight is there. And he's actually going to lock up the center on both of them. Well, if he takes with pawn there, he hangs his queen to this bishop.
Oh, that's so true.
And it's a bigger hang, because if he does hang that bishop, or if he does hang the queen here, there is nothing to recapture back that bishop and get that point advantage. So he gets a free queen. He is going to move his knight, because if he takes, then he takes back with his knight, or his rook, correction.
Mm-hmm.
And if he takes here, he just takes with queen. And so now we're going to get into the nitty gritty, because he is pushing all his pawns. He has 2 threat vectors on this pawn here, and there is only 1 threat vector from the king's side preventing it. So if anything, if one of these pawns, if nothing protects this pawn secondarily here shortly, he's just up a piece. He's hoping that if he takes, the reason he took there is if he takes, he opens up this line, and he's going to go there. And so now if he does nothing, the queen is gone, obviously. What I would have done, I would have stayed here. And if he took with pawn, yeah. We're going to have both threats on the queens here, actually. And he's going to open up his king, actually, to the center file. And take the bishop. So now the opposing guy is going to try to get out of that. And he has actually hung his knight here. But he has a check on white. So now currently black is going to be up 3 points of material here. He's going to put another vector on that queen, threatening him to get out of my area. I don't want you here. He's just going to hang. I think that was nothing. He's just going to give another check. And either black can move here, and he's going to. Could have also blocked him that. And so even though it looks like white's, in a disadvantage spot here, which he kind of is, he really has a strong protection here. If we look at this rook, there's nothing that can go on. And he's really going to try to kick that rook out of there, because this rook is kind of his backbone of defense here. We may see a G3
How
here.
would he get out of this?
If it were me, I would go G3 or G2, just because you are moving out of that threat. There is nothing this knight can do for you, or against you, and you're just gonna have to survive the constant amount of checks here. Currently, his knight his rook is protecting all of this space here. His queen is protecting a good amount of space as well. So there's not a lot of places black really can go. He's going to try to get this pawn pass. And if he takes here, he just brings another knight into the game. So I would not take this. I would not take. I would either let it stagnate like this or just continue, trying to get material on this side of the board. And we're going to see a check from the back rank. Now, this can be very dangerous, especially as, if he moves here, you have a mate back there. So he's going to block. But if he would have moved the king anywhere over here, there's a mate somewhere. Just with this rook. The queen's going to run. Now you really need to deal with this pawn over here. This pawn, if it takes and then you take back, you're opening your back rank again. If you push, I don't exactly know. We're going to see a trade-off of queens, which is great for this pawn. The pawn has no way to continue downwards down the board, and probably is going to see a block here. We also want to get rid of this pawn as well, because this pawn is protecting your knight, preferably while doing that, also preventing this. The knight is going to move, allowing for another attack vector, however. And so now, looking at this knight's position, he has only these 4 moves. 2 of them which get him taken. So you may see some activity along these 2 squares. This rook right here really holding that file down. This knight's going to get away. At this time, both sides are really, it looks pretty bad. However, black is really only up a pawn and a knight. And a knight can't do much on its own. You can add a lot of these rooks to the game. But on its own, a knight really isn't that much of a threat.
He moved his rook up.
And now we're really getting into the time crunch on both of these sides, as both of them have under 2 minutes. Specifically on black side, he's going to have 1 minute left to secure the victory here. Currently, he is up material, and the queen gets hung. However, it trades the queen for the knight. He does not. He gets out of the check. He's not going to get the knight here. He's going to have a passed pawn here. He needs to stop this passed pawn. But he does not. He takes a pawn in return, giving a check, and we may see a7, which we do. And we actually, we see the pawn taken before it can get to become a passed pawn. I would pin right there. Now you've pinned the knight to the king. The king, he cannot move this knight. He can, however, now, because he is not within check. And this king's just going to keep rotating. We're probably going to see g2 here. He's going to take the pawn. I'm not exactly sure. I think, so if he takes the pawn, he gets the knight here. But he's going to take with the knight with a blundered pawn. He's going to trade both the pieces, or he's not, because he doesn't see that knight protecting that square. He loses, and he is just going to get a passed pawn now. There's nothing he can do to take that pawn. He's going to become a queen, and now we're just going to see a ladder mate up the board.
I think he might have fumbled that.
He did fumble the ball. And he just gets ladder mated up the board.
That is actually unfortunate, because if you go back...
Yeah, if we go back here to around here, he was in a really... I mean, he's not in the best position ever, because he only has a king and a knight, or a king and a rook, but he is still in a very advantageous spot. However... Yeah,
I'm wondering why he didn't move his rook to take...
What he did not see was... well, because you can't take this, because you just get your rook taken, and then you're down to king. What I think he forgot this knight was here. He moved up to fork the king and the knight, or the rook, which would have been great, except you just take and game's over.
Mm-hmm. All right, so it's 1-2 in the set in favor of New York.
Yeah.
Has Miggy started his game?
Looking here.
Oh, wait.
Huh? We do have a little boy here, though.
Okay.
And they're going to be...
I think Miggy actually started his game as well.
Yes. So we're going to start here. Looks like a pawn has already been taken from black side, queen side pawn.
Interesting.
And then that's going to just be a free pawn. Yeah, so let's go back here and open up here a bit. King side pawn opens up, black side opens, and then we're going to just go into a Scandinavian defense. Going to start developing pieces. We're going to have a threat here onto the knight. He should probably move his bishop back or castle here. Because if takes, then you take back with queen. He's going to instead defend his bishop here with no really threat vectors to it.
Development? I don't know. I mean, but wait, so if he moves that here or here, pawn just takes, though.
Yeah. So there's really no threat on this bishop currently. And we're just going to see a defense onto that knight, preventing any type of activity that would have been there. He's going to be very careful as well not to move this knight, obviously, because then queen's available.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to try to kick that bishop out, and queen is going to come out, bringing both threat vectors down here, trying to make a battery onto this knight if this pawn gets moved. There's a lot of opportunities here. He does have a free knight here. If he doesn't see that, he needs to block. Or a free rook. I don't know why I get rook and knight confused so much. But he does have a free rook there if he does not prevent it. This is very dangerous because if he gets into that back line, he's going to start taking. Does develop a knight. We may see knight takes and then pawn takes, but that would double up your pawns. The other thing the opponent could do is just start developing his bishop here. I wouldn't go here because that ruins your pawn structure on white's side, but may see something like this. If we see a bishop move here, then if he castles, we're going to see that. If he would have moved there, it would have been, if he castles, it's just mate once this knight's out. We're going to see a check already onto the king, and it's just going to be, there's a lot of threat vectors here. You have your knight here, you have your bishops, all of them protected, of course, but black may come and find some sneaky move to prevent that.
Interesting.
If I were white here, I would just castle. So we are going to see an attack onto that queen.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, if he takes then takes that, then takes.
Well, if he would have taken that as well, they're going to lose their queens. If he would have taken that, he ruins his castling permission here. Because, yes, you still have these pawns and you can still castle. It's just not the best move because now you have this open file straight onto your king.
Okay.
And we're already a lot of material down here for white. The trades have been equal. However,
he's lost a bishop already.
He's lost
a bishop and his queen, actually.
No, this is stuff he's taken. So he has lost both his knights and his queen.
Oh, wow.
It has been evened out on both sides. However, black does have a knight up. He is by
black...
points wise, he is only a point up because he has an extra pawn.
Yeah. No, isn't that what white has?
No, so this is what black has taken.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like black, he lost his rook.
Yeah.
And his queen.
He's lost his knight and his queen.
Yes.
But also has white has lost that as well. We're just going to see a strengthening of these pawn structures up the board. Black really needs to start making some pawn structures because these white pawns are going to start coming through here very shortly.
Mm.
He also needs to start developing his pieces because currently he has moved this knight. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 times already. I guess that he's moved a lot of pieces very quickly.
Oh, they exchanged rooks.
They did exchange rooks. You have this open file. Black's king cannot get anywhere whatsoever currently.
Wait, so if he just goes for that, does he just get check?
Yes.
Or?
So he does not get check, or he doesn't get mate because if he takes, king just takes back.
Oh, right.
What kind of the hopes is in this position is that black moves his bishop here and tries to develop it, because then you just have your pawn here that it's free for the taking. Both these players are at a high enough elo though. This is our strongest player as well on our team.
Right.
That probably will not happen.
Yeah.
And we're going to see a kick of that bishop out of here. The only really safe squares are both of these. You don't want to block your knight here on the file. We're going to see a trade of pieces.
Interesting.
I would not go for this trade here if I were white, mainly because both of these are different point value. He's going to give him his piece, I'm pretty sure. I'm actually quite confused in this position of what happened there. Why black did not take with pawn.
I don't know.
I think the reason was if he takes that with pawn, he opens up a file on his king. And then you develop the bishop, or you bring the bishop out a bit further here. And then you try to get a rook over here. I'm not quite sure what happened there. He's looking for a trade of bishops, however, but white is going to take that knight there, and
his rook's just going to be gone.
I'm not quite sure what's happening. I mean, he's opening up these diagonals for sure for your bishop pair to come through here, but you just get a block off from the pawn. And at any moment, black can just start developing his bishop, bring out the knight, and get a back rank check, especially if he developed... Yeah, he would like to develop bishop there, rook.
He's really trying to bait him into taking with bishop.
Yeah, he really wants those bishops.
Oh. Both? Well, hold on. Let's see. It looks like there is a big time differential here.
There is. It's about a minute time differential between the two players here.
Watch your shoe.
She's going nuts.
Gigantic feet. What
And
size shoe you wear?
I wear a size 11.
Oh.
And now he is completely interrupt his king here as well. So all he has to do is develop that bishop, get the knight out, and then mate on the back rank. And he's just gonna keep enforcing this pawn structure. White can take, but all it does is open up over here.
Right.
He's gonna give a check. He has to move over here because he currently is, or you could make a move here. And he's going to make the move over there, protecting his pawn structure here.
Is he just gonna move all the way back there then?
No, black currently wants to protect this pawn structure. He wants to start getting past pawns. I'm not quite sure why black is not developing his pieces in the back rank. And white is going to move his bishop, trying to attack the pawn structure here. I'm not quite sure why, because the black king does protect that pawn structure. And we're finally going to see the bishop start coming out. He's going to protect this secondary pawn structure while also, protecting his pieces. White's going to start making a pawn structure of himself, but it may be too late. White has his bishop. He can move back here. Needs to get his bishop out. That is best square because currently all your other squares are occupied. And black's just going to continue to form these pawn structures. There's nothing white really can do about them. White's trying to get his is going to try to get his king with inside the square to prevent these pawns from passing. Currently, he has double stacked pawns. If black pushes this piece, which he does not, but if he would have pushed that piece, he would have had two stagnant pawns here, non-protected, but there's really also nothing white can do again. However, this is a great position for white. He does protect his pawns, protecting, this bishop protects this pawn, which protects that pawn, and so forth. This is really just a point where black is trying to get his pawns across the board. However, if white can move fast enough, he puts enough pressure on the clock for black because black only has 44 seconds. And he blunders his rook in the process.
Oh, wow. Wait, but he just...
And he blunders again.
Ooh. What am I looking at?
So now he is up a pawn and a bishop.
What is going on right now?
He just sold the game.
Oh, wow. So,
White is now up. And now he has a passed pawn. And that just goes to a queen. There's nothing black can do about this.
Oh, wow. Maybe we should start getting them some more hype.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no.
He needs to promote this pawn. Okay, now he has a queen and a bishop and a king. Can he get the mate on Black's king? Black is going to try to get these pawns upwards. What he needs to do is probably move his queen over here to G8 and just attack the pawns here. He's going to try to go for another queen. He might be getting greedy here.
Maybe.
But
the thing, well, actually, no. Okay, so he's going for a take there. If that pawn
But
moves,
he is
that's just
protecting
going
this
to...
square. I don't think Black sees it because even if he would have promoted that pawn, you have a protection from the bishop.
So while he was going for that second queen...
And there is nothing Black can do here because this pawn just promotes. Once he moves here, it's just protected by the queen. This is game over for Black.
Yeah. Now it's just how long will it take for them to either run out of time or get in the check?
If you're Black, you play it safe.
Oh,
you just
checkmate.
ladder mate, and there it is. What a game!
Wow.
White was supposed to not win in that position, and Black blunders his pieces on the time crunch of 30 seconds, winning the game.
Wow. That's 2-0 for Lol Boy.
It is indeed. And then
We're gonna have to wait until after everything is finished to know the scores. 'Cause
Yes. Looking for this
Favor or Miggy or
guy.
Ozzy. Let's see.
So, an update on the game for
Looks like set 1 is finished.
so one is finished. We are currently waiting for game 4, which is Mickey versus Pearson Cole.
Okay.
And we are gonna have that game going right now.
All right. Neat.
We'll jump in here.
Oh wow, this is a lot of things, and I can't even tell who's winning. Wait, actually, I think
Currently,
Mickey's just winning, isn't he?
Mickey is not winning. He is playing as Black, so he
Oh,
is stuck
okay,
in the
yeah.
same position that we saw last game,
Yeah.
and he's just gonna get ladder mated down the board.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
All right, so that is the end of set 2 then.
I'm not exactly sure where we are at currently. I think that's the end of set 1.
Are you sure? Because
Yes.
set 1's up there.
I haven't refreshed the game.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was set 2. That was end of set 2.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Currently, Emporia State, as it shows, is up at 4 points. Oh,
Let's go.
Emporia is 5-3 actually against York
Oh,
University.
what's going on in the chat?
They're just looking about players and who they want to play.
Oh, okay. So yeah, interesting. 5-3 lead currently for our chess team.
5 versus 3.
5
Lead of
versus 3.
Lead of 2.
Lead of 2. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how scoring works in this game still.
So, okay, here we are. So that was end of set 2. We are now going into set 3.
All right. Who's playing who? Who's running the ones today?
Yes. It's kind of a randomization of who gets in the game first.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's kind of what I've been doing around here. Just
I mean,
so
I
can
don't
get
know.
the
We've
start
already
of the game.
spectated
Who have we
Kingly
spectated?
Bob. We spectated
Lola
Lola
Boy.
Boy. Did we watch Ozzy play yet?
I don't think so.
I think we might have
We'll,
caught
we'll
like
s-
the
we'll
end
see
of
if we
his
can get-
game.
Yeah, we got the end of Ozzy's game, but let's see if we can give him a better light.
Yeah.
We're just going to refresh these two until we get a game from either of them.
Mm-hmm.
What an insane end to both those games.
Yeah. One game's going on just kind of opposite of the other.
Pretty much.
Similar situation.
It all ends in ladder mate. All
Always ladder mate.
It's not always ladder mate, but it is pretty,
Most of the time
most of
ladder
the
time.
at least from what
ladder
I've seen.
mate.
You know, one thing I'd like to see eventually in high elo chess or competitive chess is a scholar's mate.
What's a scholar's mate?
So the scholar's mate is that is a mate in 3. So I can actually pull up my analysis board that we can't use because it's the games are too fast.
Yeah.
But if we do this, we just refresh the page here. Scholar's mate is when you open with King's Pawn. You know, you have something like this. You have some random development. Let's say like a knight forward. Or well, first you have to have your King's Bishop develop. Let's say you have something random like you. We'll say you develop with this knight. Queen goes here. Let's say you protect your pawn, and that's just mate.
Oh. Wait,
Yeah.
hold up. How?
It is the
go back
second fastest mate in the game because your bishop is protecting this square. Your queen just prevents king from moving.
Wait, no. Go back. I didn't understand that.
We'll see if we game from the. Nope. Okay. So we'll go about this again. King's pawn opens. Queen's pawn opens. And then let's say we have a. You also have. So then you develop your bishop. It's going to attack this square. And let's say they protect this pawn. You bring out your queen. Let's say they move up a piece to protect this pawn. That is just mate because now this square that's protected by the bishop is now occupied by the queen.
Huh.
It's the second fastest mate.
What's the first fastest?
It's called, I don't actually remember what it's called. I know Yusha was talking, the captain of the team is telling me about it.
Yeah, she was talking about
What's it called? Is it the fool's mate?
it's the fool's mate.
Yeah, and so it's just you have to open with 2 very specific pawns and then a bishop checkmates.
Mhm. Very random.
We have not seen any of these guys go into a game.
Not yet.
Oh, Kingsley Bob's in a game.
All right, might as well.
Oh, and we're right at the beginning.
Cool.
We'll grab another Kingsley Bob game. Opens with the Queen's Gambit as always. Gonna accept that gambit. Let's see if I can actually get one.
Oh wait, it actually tells you what opening they go with.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Let's see if I can grab one of these openings. Oh, here we are. We have a Mickey's plan now. We'll go over to Mickey.
All right.
Mickey
it
is
looks like
going to
he
Be
immediately.
playing on white. So
It
we're gonna
looks
have
like a piece
Scandi.
has already been taken.
Yes, so we had a pawn taken. This is the exact same opening we saw last time.
Wait, but doesn't bishop just?
You mean knight? No, because
Knight.
if knight goes here, then you have the queen out in the center of the board, and that's very bad.
That is fair.
Have we? I feel like we've already seen these two play not too long. Did we see Mickey play?
I don't know. You'll have to check the history.
Is that who we watched just a couple minutes ago? No, we haven't seen Mickey playing, but this is the same opening that we saw last time.
Oh.
Yeah, this is different.
Different, but same.
It's Cody was the one we
Same.
spectated that last game
But
on
different.
black that ended up blundering some pieces. So we'll see if that happens again.
Gotcha.
But he is playing the same defense, which is the Scandinavian defense.
Okay.
Um,
Same.
he's going to
but
be trying
different.
to. He's going to.
Oh, he goes for it.
That is just a development, and now white is undeveloped here.
Interesting. Very interesting. Wait, but then the knight. Oh, well, actually no, because if queen takes, pawn
Yeah,
takes.
queen takes, pawn takes. It does ruin your thing of short castling. We do see a double threat on this knight, though. He cannot move it because then he loses his queen. So he's going to protect with the bishop there. Now he has the bishop and the pawn on that knight, preventing this.
This is definitely a different game. I mean, he still can move his other bishop, but I'm
he
not
can develop
sure.
his other bishop. He could also castle here. I'm not sure if castling is the right move, however, in this position.
But it is definitely an even game. Both teams have lost a pawn and a knight. So
Yes.
this is just learning chess with knight.
Pretty much. In this, I actually don't know. I would honestly kicking that bishop might be very helpful. Just moving that H pawn one. You can also move your C pawn too. That also looks like a very good move. You know, you kick that queen out of the center of the board there.
Oh wait, how?
Because if he moves that there, if he takes back with pawn. Now we're gonna see 3 lines of attack on this one poor bishop. The knight preventing one of those attacks, but This poor bishop. He really wants the bishop.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at this point, he just has to either exchange bishops at this point.
Like we do see 2 points. We could see that queen shuffle over. When it comes to white side, you know, it might be beneficial just to not promote, but develop that bishop, because if takes, actually if takes, yeah, then you have a queen behind it. But I don't know. I don't know if there's a way to save this bishop besides undeveloping
I mean,
it.
I feel like, wait. Okay, so he does move the rook. Wait, was that you or was that him?
That was him.
Okay.
And that's the bishop. Good. Water break.
Yeah.
Stay hydrated, folks. But I just realized, yeah, we're gone. Never mind. For a second, I thought we weren't even getting picked up by the stream, but we are. Oh, and we're still on our starting soon screen. That's not good.
Oh, wow.
Oh well.
I guess you guys didn't need to see any of those chess games.
We're golden now. That's stupid. I thought I pressed
So,
that button.
starting off with Milo Murphy's Law.
I know.
I think at this point we just change your tag
Yeah, I
to
think-
Milo.
No, I think it just needs to be Murphy.
That too.
And he is going to take that knight with the knight.
All right.
May see a bishop take here?
Although I feel
Or
like
a pawn take? I don't know. Does he take back, or does he just continue to develop?
it should be probably a pawn take first.
Yeah, well, that would be the best, because the thing is, if you take with pawn, you know, the idea of, I'm assuming for what you're thinking is pawn takes, then bishop takes back, then queen, queen takes, or because if pawn takes, then bishop takes, then bishop, and then you're just winning a queen or preventing a queen. The issue is then you remove any rights of castling here.
Okay. So
You can castle again. You can get, and queens are traded.
Okay.
Still even on material. But this is exactly what I was actually going to say, is that you now move that pawn, and if you are to castle here, you just have this rank open, or this file open. So he's going to castle long. Castle queen side. Man, I'm really ticked off. That was a good game that we just didn't get on camera. Oh, well. We also need to do this as well. We have chess piece sounds now. And now we're gonna have a threat here on this this pawn here. That's just a free pawn, if he wants it.
Or if it just doesn't get moved.
See knight or to see king move potentially. Or we also may see a. I don't think we'll see a bishop here because that's just hanging your bishop. Why do I hear? I hear chess pieces, but oh, I bet it's the other game here.
Probably. Yep.
And that is still just a free pawn if he wants it. Does he take it is the question.
That is the question. Oh, he moves to protect his pawn.
I mean, this pawn is already protected here. And he's going to try to trade off bishops. I mean, the only square is to move here. And then your pawn is... You are really in a bad position because he's going to trade off. Or he's not going to really trade off, but you have to trade. We may see pawn c3 here. We also may see him develop that rook out to somewhere else. I cannot get this music to the level I want it to be. Instead, he just pushes the pawn.
It's just going to be a free pawn take, I believe.
He is going to stack his pawns if he takes that, though. So black just may let him trade off material. But even if he takes, because if black does let him trade and he takes this pawn, or if he's gonna stack. If he takes this pawn, you know, black just gets a pawn chain. What would be really bad there, however, is if he were to take this pawn, and then he takes back, he has two separate individual moves. He's going to now play that c3 I was talking about, trying to kick that knight out of here, get him out of here.
That's a rook.
Rook, yes. It's a long day. He's going to thread this pawn right here. I'm pretty sure we just see d2 here. That protects that pawn. Or we could also see h1 to f1. We do see that d2. He's going to bring in his. And now we're going to have an open file here. White's going to take it. Now, if rook or if knight takes, then we're just going to see a backline check. And then you're going to have a knight in your backline just munching on the pawns. We're going to see king come out in front of that rook.
Interesting. Oh, so side note. Apparently, our Overwatch team's actually having a scrim today.
They
I
are.
forgot. So yeah, they're actually setting that up now too.
When is that in the arena?
Yep. I see they're already like in.
So we
BC.
will probably not have Smash Bros in arena then.
I don't know. I mean, considering it's not a game.
We will see. We'll see. He's just gonna sack the rook.
Huh.
And he sacks the rook.
Whack.
I don't exactly know what the point of that was. I mean, we are on a time crunch. We are down to that 1 minute. So we're going to see a lot of whack moves. This rook currently only has 2 places it can go, or I guess 4. I would imagine he just goes in the back line. Yep. And we are probably just going to see a massacre here of the pawns.
Potentially.
Because white cannot block here with the knight. He just loses the knight. So he is going to push that pawn there. What that does is even if he wants that pawn here, he just gets taken. Currently, white is in the lead here, ESU. And he is up by a rook. He is down a pawn, however.
Can't really move that king, can he?
This is really a stuck position, honestly. Both sides are in a very bit of a pickle. There's no moves that really stick out to white. Because if white does anything big with his knight, like try to get in the back line, take these pawns, he just opens up the whole pawn field for black. All right, actually, I missed this knight down here. So I guess white is actually down 2 pieces. Correction, he's down by 2 pawns. So it's really an interesting position. Black is going to threaten with this pawn. There is no reason to take it, however, because if he does take it, it's just white takes. At this point, actually, on white, I would have not taken that. I would have triple stacked black's pawns. But we don't see that here. We may see some knight moves around. At this point, it is really just a shuffle. Black has no time compared to white. So white needs to be making moves as fast as possible to keep his time pressure up.
Right.
And I think it just hides here in the bonds. Yeah.
I mean, oh, yeah, actually.
And just white's going to start trading stuff. Because there is nothing that, I mean, black cannot attack this rook here at all. Is the run of the king.
Real.
He does get a check here. Yeah. I think now it's just a mess. No, because black is going to separate him. And he loses his rook here because even if white moves here, black's going to take. That protects your knight. White just loses his knight here.
He can't go here. He's gonna.
They're gonna trade rook.
They're not gonna trade at all.
Oh,
And white is just now down. Down in time, down in pieces, down in everything. He's gonna try to scramble around here, equal up his time because we are +3. We are playing +3. So every time you move, you do gain 3 seconds. That is a free pawn for the taking, however.
interesting.
Now black is only up a rook, and he's just going to try to get a mate on this white king. Although black is just going to go ahead and slaughter all the pawns.
Yeah.
That's kind of toxic. Not going to lie.
Yeah, I think that's just game. So
And now he just passes, makes another queen. This is not the nicest way of doing stuff.
yeah,
And that is mate. How sad.
unfortunate. All right, so who have we not seen a game from?
Let's see if we can get anything from these. Okay, so I think there's only one person we haven't seen a game from. So we've seen from Mickey, we've seen Lullaboy, we've seen Kingsley Bob. We haven't seen Ozzy yet.
All right.
Unless we have. And I'm just mistaken. But
I don't know. I don't think we have. Should probably type the right name in.
I am. Okay.
It looks like
So-
they already finished their game though.
Yes. Wrap up of the scores currently. Apparently all these guys are playing online.
Oh, okay.
So currently ESU and York are both tied 6-6.
Interesting. So set 4 is going to probably be a decider.
Yes. And apparently they are missing players. So both sides are missing or York is missing players. So whoever goes up against one of their players, I think they said it was Arsh, is just an automatic forfeit for York.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so that's probably explains why we haven't seen some of these games actually play out. All right, here's to hoping Ozzy doesn't play against York for the final thing, because we do want to see him play at least once. We try to get 1 game per match.
Unless it was Kingsley Bob we missed.
I don't know.
I don't know who.
Because I remember we caught, like,
At this
middle
point,
game.
it does not matter who we show because 2 of them have been missed.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
But, yeah. All right, final set of the match. Let's see how things go.
Seems like we may be having a team discussion. Oh, and Ozzy is going in.
All right, cool. All right, this is going to be Ozzy versus Cody yet again. Everywhere we look, he is there.
We're going to see a Sicilian defense on Ozzy's side. I'm not exactly sure what White's opening is currently.
It looks like a McDonald attack.
It is a specific opening. It is a king's pawn something.
I mean, I don't know. What does that mean?
It's the McDonald attack variation of the Sicilian defense.
Oh. Oh, they have variation?
Yes.
Oh.
There is theory for almost every move you can make in the opening phase of the game.
Interesting.
We're just going to see a bunch of development. Not much to talk about, at least from my side. I don't know the theory of each of these openings.
Oh, and I for sure don't know. 'Cause I don't really play this game.
We could potentially see Bishop develop here, and then Knight takes, just attacking that free pawn, getting a free pawn here. But we don't see that because Bishop does not have time to develop as he moves his pawn forward, threatening that knight. If I were to guess, we see a pawn development here, trying to take some control of what he has left, as white has won the center of this game. There's really not a lot of spaces that black can move here. May see a trade. You're going to stack your pawns for that trade, however. Plus, you just have queen takes here. In the end, it is even.
Well,
You still now white has the king on the board, and he gets a free rook, and the back line is gone.
unfortunate.
I
think, doesn't the queen just take?
no, because then he gets take with that. However,
No, not take that. Wouldn't the queen just want to go for that?
if he does go for that, king takes.
Oh, right. You're right.
We may see pawn develop to go here and potentially form a mate. But we see an attack on that. We're going to see another pawn takes here, probably. And then we're just going to want to see bishop go all the way over to this H file here, because that's going to pin this bishop to the king. And I just realized Ozzy is the one playing black.
Yep.
So this is unfortunate for him.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Cody finds this move, however. Does he find the move? Could also see a bishop check here. Then that guarantees him a bishop or a queen in response. Actually, I think the best move here, yeah, bishop check, then bishop here. Because if he blocks with his bishop, which he should, because if he does the queen, because what you'd assume is, oh, I'm going to block with my bishop, because if I block with bishop, then I don't lose my queen. The issue is if you block with your bishop here, this is just mate. Because if he moves there, bishop goes here, blocking bishop in, and then you eventually get queen take.
Right.
You can try, if you do this, to get something else here, but I'm pretty sure that's just mate for white.
Interesting.
And I think that's probably what white is looking at right now, is if I move my bishop here, is that mate? Okay, he has blocked with his bishop there. Are we going to see bishop to h6, or does white see something else? Because again, when this bishop goes here, this bishop is pinned. Black has built himself a coffin. I think that's white takes.
Interesting.
I don't know if white even sees this move here.
Wait, can't he just castle?
He can long castle. That would save him a lot here. I'm wondering, I'm gonna set this position up on our board over here on our game analysis board. I don't have it open anymore. Never mind. I will analyze that position after this game though, because I believe this is last set. But I want to actually see what would have happened in this match, because I'm pretty sure that was just mate. We're gonna see that now, however. Playing a bit on the safer side, I guess, trying to get that queen out, because this is a back rank mate. If black does not do anything, which he castles, protecting that. And at this point, he also has a free bishop as well. We could possibly see bishops takes, black takes back, and then queen. But then he just blocks with queen. You have a trade of the queens. That may be what we're seeing here. As we're going to see rook takes, queen takes, and then no. Intriguing. This queen is now trapped. Unless she goes here. Excuse you.
Ooh, sorry.
White still also having the possibility of castling, which he does so. Does White see takes? We do see a check from Black, but is easily blocked by the Rook. Or we could just see shuffle over to H1.
Which does give the knight a chance to escape the rook, too. Potentially.
I'd like to see this pawn take here, but we first need to get a check here. So he does shuffle over. That is his, I believe, best move there. Actually, that is best move, because if I didn't see this, but if he would have gone here, that's just back rank mate. Go back live. Supposedly we're live now.
Oh, interesting.
I don't trust that though. I'm gonna refresh the page.
Oh, we are. So queen's at the back, but is threatened by 2 rooks, though, isn't it?
That, I believe, is just a positive outcome. If he takes with a rook, takes, he just is up a rook.
Huh. Interesting.
Oh, but it's Black's turn order. That's what I missed.
Oh.
So. And I think this is just a hanging pawn. You can't do anything about this. White's pieces are really just trapped back here.
Yep.
White should just take this, I believe. Just take with pawn.
Yeah, I mean, might as well trade. But,
I mean, that
'cause
is a
then if
trade.
he trades, then he just gets out, though.
He does get out. Well, that's, yeah, he gets out. But, I mean, you're still up a piece.
That is true.
And plus, if
He is-
if
hold
he
on. Cody's down to 28 seconds.
if he
now.
takes this too, he just gets queen, or he gets that. He would get queen. Queen to D8, win rook. No, that don't win rook because queen. I don't see. Yeah, he's just gonna check him a bunch. He's low on time. We may see a win on time here, actually.
Interesting.
Check. Takes. That's a free rook. Take it. Congratulations. We are currently, and now we're gonna see a bunch of checks. Is there a mate here?
Oh,
White one. What mate did we see? Checkmate with Saw.
interesting.
That was a very close game with that time.
Yeah.
Interesting. Let's see if we can pick up any of these games on their end. Mickey here. Did we see a resignation? We did see a resignation. What?
Wait, White resigned? What?
Were they just playing a game while they waited for games to end? Or did he resign? See what Lullaboy's up to. Off the bat, I think Lullaboy's in a better position than Black here. Yeah, he just gets a... No, he doesn't get Bailey's Rook. Oh, yeah, he just takes this bishop here. And he forks the queen. I don't know whose move order. I think it's Black. Yeah, it's Black's turn. So if Black doesn't do anything against this, White just takes bishop and forks the queen and or the rook and the king. And he cannot move that bishop to take back. I think he still does that, though. I think that's still best move. Because
Makes sense.
he
Because,
cannot
I mean,
move that
can't he
bishop.
just move that there?
I don't know why he hasn't done it. Are we going to just see queen here? Yeah, missed opportunity. I'm pretty sure that was best move.
Yeah, probably.
Too late for that move, bud. I'm sorry.
It's over now. Wait, why didn't he just use knight to take queen?
Because he could have, actually. Or because he's pinned from this rook back here. Because, see, if he takes here, if he would have taken, he would have had a straight line to the king.
Oh, yeah.
Is he going to just set up a battery? He may just be setting up a battery. Do we see a skadoodle from the rook over here?
A skadoodle?
A skadoodle skedaddle?
What's a skadoodle?
I don't know. We do see a skadoodle from the rook. And now we just have a battery. Queen takes. Queen takes.
Oh.
We actually may see rook b7 here.
Potentially.
Yeah, because that protects this. And now there is not an equal trade. He loses the queen. Ooh. I like that move.
What does that do?
So king had it's one of those things where he would have earned a bishop there or a knight there. Can he still do that? Just no, because that builds a fortress for black.
I'm so confused right now.
And we're just gonna shuffle.
Wait, so what happens if he takes that rook? Wait, king can take.
King
right.
takes, yeah.
Right. Okay, so we're looking at a time game again.
Yeah, 15 seconds. Do we see a queen trade, or is he gonna run with his queen again?
I mean, he doesn't necessarily need to do too much because he only has so much time left on his clock.
And it's a draw.
Huh.
Is it draw by repetition?
I mean, I'm assuming so.
That's
Because, yeah, I mean, it looks like they were just kind of going back and forth.
yeah, draw by repetition. So that's a half a point to both teams.
Interesting. So that's how the point system works.
Yeah, I was talking to our captain about that actually.
Would have been nice to know. All right, and it looks like Ozzy lost as well.
No, this was a couple games ago.
Oh, okay. Who are you
Let's
looking
see.
for now? Because
I'm trying to see what our scores are. And we are currently waiting on Mickey and Lola Boy. We just watched. Is Mickey still going? Mickey is not still going. So we're waiting for scores to be reported in here shortly.
okay.
We haven't quite seen those come through yet. But York University is at 8 points. And we're at 6. Lola Boy did win, I'm pretty sure. Didn't
Well,
he?
no, didn't he just draw?
Or was that Mickey? Who did we just watch? That was Mickey that drew.
Oh,
So that's a half a point to...
I don't know. I mean, you'll have to go back and check.
I'm waiting to get the results. Because it shows that they're still in a game.
Well, you're on Mickey right now.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It shows that they're still in game. They just haven't reported results yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is final series set. I'm pretty sure because that's game 16. Mickey, let's see. Yeah, Mickey just lost that, so that's 1 point. So that brings... I'm pretty sure, I'm not going to officialize it yet, but I'm pretty sure York University just won.
Okay.
We've seen Lola Boy put that .05 in, and Mickey did lose. So I'm not going to put it in officially, but Emporia was down enough where I don't think there is an actual possibility of winning.
Okay. Yeah.
Because we are 6.5 to 8.5. And even if Emporia did win that, that'd be 7.5 to 8.5.
That is true.
Just waiting for a score update here. And that is it. And match results are 7.5 Emporia, York University 8.5.
Ooh, close game.
Close game, close game. But yeah. With that being said, that is our game for today, or at least for chess. It is 7:18, so Super Smash Bros. Are going to start setting up here.
Mm-hmm.
If they haven't, well, games should already be started, so we will see what that goes on. we'll try to get back to you guys as soon as possible with that tournament. If it is still being hosted, I'm not sure how many people we have this week. But with that being said, game wrap up. We had a wonderful first couple games
We did.
that sadly got cut out of the stream.
Yeah.
My fault. Sorry, guys.
Thanks.
Second time
Murphy.
that's happening. I'll have to add that to my notes to start pressing the buttons. With that being said, keep up to date on our Instagram, and we should hopefully be here back in a couple minutes to get y'all started with Super Smash Bros.
Yep. And
So-
then for Friday we have Overwatch.
Yes, Friday
for their
for
game of the week,
Overwatch.
and no other games this weekend. So
Yes.
after that, it'll be the weekly wrap up on Monday.
But with that being said, we should see you guys in a couple minutes. So
See you then.
see you then.